morning. So here I am, or whenever you go watch this, but here I am just sharing with you what I'm making for the day today. We have bacon and eggs for some of the children. Some are already eating breakfast, those that have to leave a little earlier, but for those that I'm cooking for, they're having bacon and eggs. And then I'm also going to make this protein bread. I find that I make it like every other day, and it's just good to have on hand if they want to make sandwiches. And here are the ingredients that I use to make it. Then over here we have some ground beef, fajita meat, and some beef tenderloin. And I'm cooking all of that this morning. The ground beef, of course, some of the ground beef. I'm going to make the spaghetti that I showed last week with that. So here are all the ingredients. The rest of the beef is just for me, what I am going to eat for the day. And then in preparation for later on this week, probably on Wednesday, I have some chicken thighs right here, and I am going to just go ahead and season it with this jerk seasoning. This is what I typically use, and I found that purchasing it at Walmart is the cheapest. So here it is right here. This is what I use for our jerk seasoning, and I will say that there is a tad bit of sugar in it, but I have found that it really hasn't bothered me, nor because it's just such a small amount, and it hasn't really impacted my son who has type 1 diabetes, his blood sugar. So just throwing that out there if you are like looking for something with absolutely no sugar. But like I said, it's a minimal amount. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and use this and just let it sit for a day or two, and we'll just cook it. So this is what the morning is looking like for me. So while I was cooking the ground beef for the spaghetti, Faith was prepping the bacon to put in the oven. And right here you can see I ended up putting the seasoning, the jerk seasoning, on the chicken. And I just covered this, and I am going to just pop it in the refrigerator right here. We're cooking the ground beef, and then I'm cooking the fajitas. And now I do want to say this, once the bacon was done, we don't discard the bacon grease at all. We pour it in the mason jar and use it for like future cooking. As a matter of fact, that grease right there, I ended up using it to cook the eggs in, and it's just good to save. So don't throw it out. It's again, just a really good thing to have on hand. So right here, my bread is going, and here is the finished product. And you can also see the finished product of the spaghetti. And then one of the things that I typically do is I'll take out some of the cooked dinner and put it in a separate container for my husband's lunch for the following day. So right here, that's why you see two different containers. One is his lunch, and the other is what they're going to eat for dinner. And then here's the finished product of the other beef that I cooked. And here's a picture of the first meal that I had for the day. It's just some egg yolk that I cooked with bacon grease. And then I have some of the fajita with strips of bacon. And then my second meal was kind of like a beef bowl. I had some sliced steak, ground beef, and then the leftover fajita meats. So just what went on for the day today. Wanted to share it with you. You be blessed.